Well, good evening, everyone. Hope everyone's here happy and having a good evening. I know I am. Always a pleasure to be here in front of you, great folks. I know Cody and Brandon are in the have been here for a while, and thank you guys for being so patient with us. I believe Daniel Depot is out there. Um, we're going to be doing some changes over the next few weeks, months, however long it takes to make it a better experience for you all. Our hope is that it will make it a better experience for you, a little more entertaining and whatnot. And the first part of that is we're going to have someone new joining the panel tonight, and he will be a regular, someone that we're going to hopefully keep around for a little bit. He's older, he's crazy, and you've heard me talk about him, and his name is Dale Bishop. Hey, D-Tran, glad to have you here. Thanks for being here. But before we introduce Dale to you all, and believe me, you guys are going to need to adjust your screen or something. Woo! But before we introduce Dale to you all, we do have some breaking news. And this was shared over on both the Deal Team 6 Facebook group as well as the Tools with Souls Facebook group earlier in the week. And that is that one of the individual folks, just ingenious folks out there, went and looked for patents. And one of the patents that he found was for a Ryobi pouch cell battery, which means
Boom.
if they're going to do it in Ryobi, right? Am I wrong in this here? They do it in Ryobi. They're going to do it in a good brand.
Right, but what's the kicker, right? Because when is it coming out? Because if they only just did it, when is it going to actually be able to get
not
bought?
until next year?
See, they're doing what Dewalt did back in 2012.
Well, that's okay. Resting on their laurels and letting other people innovate. Hey, Rodney Widger, Impact Nation Tools. Chris does stuff. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. So for me, that news is huge. We're letting Dale get all comfortable. RJ, Ize, who's your next tradesman character? Dim Whitman. That's a great name, RJ. By the way, did you all like Mo Ron, the YouTube certified master auto technician? Eleanor Rides, how you doing? I got a kick, and this is about the fourth or fifth character I brought to the channel over the last year or so, and actually probably over the last 5 months. Jay Taylor, how are you? Glad to have you here, Jay. Jay is a member, so you can see members will get their comments highlighted and whatnot. But yeah, I'm excited to see the I'm excited to see the new batteries coming over to the TTI line, which means for me as a Rigid guy, Rigid is going to get another battery upgrade, which I'm happy to see. Impact Nation Tools, thank you for this. Till I figure out how to do it formally, no worries. I'll call you here in the next week or so, and I'll walk you through it. It's actually pretty easy, but I don't know about the back end of it. So thank you very much, Impact Nation Tools. That's Brandon over there. So are you ready? Do you think the people watching are ready for us to unleash this beastly thing on them? What do you think?
I don't know. Take a poll.
You all right, let's do it. For the people that are in the chat right now, let us know if you are ready to see Dale. RJ said his body is ready, but is his stomach? All right. Cody said, bring on Dale. Dale, are you ready? if you shake your head, I can see you. Chef Shade Tree is in the house. How are you doing, Chef? Glad to have you here. Chef and our good friend Robert here blowing up the shorts, doing real good. So here he comes, folks. I'm going to bring him on. Then we're going to bow out so that you guys can get an introduction to Dale Bishop. Release the Dale. And he's going to introduce himself and talk to you about who he is. So here comes Dale.
Hello, everybody. This is first for me. I'm a videographer. That's how I got to know Robert. If you have seen any of his animations over the last 6 months, he gets them from me, and he's pretty open with that, you know. But I basically, off of the original program of the original 4, asked Robert a solar question, and he answered it, and I sent him a note, and he with a phone number, and he called me, and all I can say is we've been talking ever since. He's been trying to get me to come on here. I am a videographer, full-time videographer, have been for the last 25 years or so. So I am one of them that literally enjoys filming and enjoys editing. Now, from what I understand, a lot of the people that have channels, they hate the editing because, yes, it does take quite a bit of time. It takes quite a bit of time. I remember when I first started, it was literally before the digital editing, the non-linear editors for that matter. I was VCR to VCR to copy something, you know, and making little clips. But I got a degree. I'm from Illinois. I went to Southern Illinois University and graduated. Got a degree in journalism, especially in advertising, and also psychology, which I still use today. Robert will tell you that. And after that, I sold Yellow Pages for a couple of years. I knew in college I would never probably not use my college degree. I always wanted to be self-employed, not work for somebody else. And that got reinforced when I sold Yellow Pages for a couple of years, which was a lot of fun back in the 80s, by the way. And since then, I owned a small business cleaning up aluminum castings. They were large U-shaped castings we grind off, and all I say is Mike Rowe would have said it's one of America's dirtiest jobs because I needed better air filtration, quite simply, for all the aluminum dust and what it can cause long term. After that came to an end, about 50 years doing that, I got into videography, did weddings and stuff. My wife was a photographer. I was a videographer. We did both and did that for about 20 years. And finally, we decided we wanted our weekends back. And as I've been telling Robert for a long time, I've been planning on starting a channel. And I said, when I start a channel, I'll come on. Yeah, well, I do have a channel or two out there. I don't monetize them. I just have put some stuff out there that are kind of fun to watch. But I am about ready to start a channel, film and edit for my wife in the gardening and flowers, as well as I am going to do a channel as soon as I get a space cleared out and concrete poured for a woodworking club that I will film and edit, and we will hopefully show the safe way of woodworking and also giveaway stuff that we make. And that's me in a nutshell.
All right. I like it. So I know that D-Tran was having a little fun with you about your webcam, and it's not actually his webcam, it's his internet speed. Look at this. He lives in Man Caver Tools lives in Northern Illinois.
I'm down toward St. Louis, 52 miles northeast of St. Louis, Man Caver, and I have been a subscriber of yours for quite a few months also.
Impact Nation Tools said he is glad to have you on here. Roger Davis, hello, hope all is having a blessed weekend and happy spending my Sunday night with you. Keep up the fantastic works. We will do our best. As a matter of fact, we are working diligently behind the scenes to make everything better for you all. We have some innovation that we're working on. We need to talk to a few other channels about because we're going to be just what's coming up is going to be special, I think. And I hope you all enjoy it and you're in there with us for the long haul. Tools and Actions, 30 minutes away from Man Caver. As you guys can see, if you're a member, you are going to get top priority as far as the comments that you make being highlighted. So,
Robert, I don't see the chat. Do I need to hit something to see the chat?
yes, over on the side, on the right side of your screen, you're going to see where it says comments. There's private and comments, and you can just go into the comments.
Now that I put some reading glasses on, I see that. I see it now.
There you
Thank you.
Yep.
It actually maybe 10 live streams later I found that button. So usually I used to just log into YouTube. I still log into YouTube. It is delayed though. So if you do watch YouTube while you're doing that, so you can interact with people easier, it's delayed. Just so you know.
Yeah. Well, one of the members that we have on here is Man Caver Tools. He says he works 12 to 15-hour shifts all week.
Wow.
Well, Dave, this is directly to you. We have a way, I think, of bringing you in for just a 10 or 15-minute spot where you are not going to be live if you can't be. So it'll be a quickie interview, and we've got some innovation I'll talk to you about on Facebook or Instagram that I think you're going to be kind of hepped up about, really amped up about, because it is completely different than what anybody's done in the tool world, what they've thought of. And it's a way of making it better for you, better for the audience, I think. Would you guys agree? Dale, you're new?
Yes.
Robert?
Yes.
Yeah, most definitely.
Paul Blart, thanks, Wig Splitter. Glad to have you here, buddy. Used to live in Maryland Heights, Missouri. I don't know where that is, but it sounds like a nice place.
Paul,
Thank
my
you.
daughter lives in the St. Charles area, not far away.
So I played this little game with these guys last night. One of my subscribers was kind enough to send me a tool brand new to market. And I don't know, I know of only one other channel that has had it on. It's a replacement tool. So what we're going to, I'm with you, Ted. So what we're going to do is I am going to let you all listen to the motor. It'll be too hard for you to understand what the tool is. I'm going to let you listen to the motor. You all are going to tell me, hi, Jeremy. You're going to tell me which one sounds more powerful, and then I'm going to explain to you why you're wrong. Fair enough? So, the first one up. Jeremy, I am doing well. BW's electronic. He is here, so he said we can start. Thank you, BW. That is the second. Tell me if you guys need it again. I'll give it to you again. It's a oh lick me. No, the high cheek is over here. That's for later.
Oh, lick me.
You guys aren't going to believe what tools I have selected as the tools homeowners should not buy. I'm just going to say that. So which one sounded more powerful? Was it number one? There, a good long one right there. Or is it number two?
They sounded different. Like put them next to each other and pull the trigger, because one sounds closer to the mic than the other one.
They are actually. I actually moved them to be the exact same.
Oh dang!
That's both of them together, by the way. You can't tell which one. So there you go. Number one is Porter cable. I think not. Little Homestead has been doing YouTube for a long time. They have recent 17 tips on video and editing, and I think you would like and learn from. In fact, all you guys make videos. Bad bearings. You guys are sadly mistaken on this one. I'm just going to say that. Chef Shade Tree says number 1 sounds more powerful. First is Milwaukee. My Little Homestead. All right. Thank you. I appreciate that. So far, it looks like we have number 1 in the lead. More people. 1 more speed, 2 more torque. Neither of those statements are true. How's that sound? Actually, both. Well, I'll rephrase. The second one has more torque and more speed. And when you're listening to them like in person, it's not even a contest as to which one. It's a Chimi, whatever. Jojo Bosch. No. So are you guys ready? I'll give you the first one. Flex. No. The guy in the center there is the flex boy. You know, I'm just saying, he probably sleeps with that hammer drill at night.
Man, I've got it right here next to me.
So the first one. Let me just blow this up right here. The first one is the old rigid mid torque. That ought to make it easy to see which one is the next one. So Don was kind enough to send me the new rigid mid torque. We've all seen Torque Test Channel, I'm sure, and we know that mid torque is an absolute monster for rigids. So D-Tran, I'm not even going to highlight your statement. You know what? I'm going to go shadow ban you real now. How dare you? If you take a step back, I will flex. If I take a step back and flex, there's a good chance I'm ripping my pants. I'm just saying.
Ripping your pants?
Rigid baloney. So I'm going to be testing the new mid torque out against the old mid torque, and just seeing which one does better. I know the old one did everything that a homeowner would ever probably need, but the new one is faster for sure, and it, as Torque Test Channel has shown, it does have more torque. Robert, did you pick up any new toys this week?
This week, well, last week was crazy. I don't know if anyone knows, but I had a lot of family stuff going on. So, no, but I got to use a bunch of my new tools that I picked up the week before. I got the DCD 998 that you recommended. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, man. What do you guys think? Which one is this one? Hang on. We got the you got to guess which one is which. So we got the 998 here with the 8.0. Where the heck is the camera? And then we got the 5.0 in the flex. And I'll leave turbo mode off because this thing has 500, almost 600 more RPMs than this thing. So we'll keep them the same. I'll leave turbo off and you can guess which one's which.
So the video you're referring to, Howie, Ed didn't tell the truth. He ate beans for lunch. It's all I'm going to say. We love Ed, but he ate some beans. There you go. Thank you so much for the electrician planner series.
You're welcome. Thank you. All right. Here comes number 1. All right. Here comes number 2.
Well, that's the flex.
Oh, hang on.
That's the flex. Number 2 is the flex. It's not even a contest.
It's too obvious.
The difference in the clutch when they end, by the way, folks.
Yeah, that's true. It's too fast. It's well, you know what? I had turbo mode off, but I guess no. I see
Larry
what happened.
Croft
I
is
see what
in that
happened.
garage.
Before you pull the trigger, it looked like turbo mode was off, but after the light turns off, everything turns off, so it was stuck. I messed it up. Oh well. We got this thing, man. This thing's awesome. I was using it the other day. I took a 3/4 speed bore and I was just running around this room, just drilling studs all like crazy because I was fixing run all my Romex runs. And so you're going through at least 3 or 4 vertical sections of walls, and you got a couple of horizontals as you're going across. I probably drilled like 60 holes. I did about 30 with this one, 30 with that one. And I don't know which one I like more. They both get the job done. What's happening is that this thing here has so much torque that this might be more enjoyable to use. It's not as strong and it's not as fast, but it is consistently smooth on the delivery every time. This thing here just tears stuff up, man. This thing is a beast. But what I would pick if Flex didn't exist, the Dewalt would be my choice out of all the tool brands.
All right, Dale. Now you're kind of new to this power tool world, as far as like being as nuts about them as I am, and Robert here. Have you picked up anything here in the last week or so that
I did? I had delivered to me, and I will be showing. A lot of people want track saws and all that. Ooh. I have a track saw system where you use your own circular saw. It's much more affordable. Found it at the woodworking shows, True Track. Jacob is the owner. His first name, he knows me personally just from stepping up to the booth several years in a row. I got in the simple square for it, which is you can make 90-degree cuts with it with your track saw, and it's perfect every time once you get it aligned. Also, this track saw system I show you, you don't need a dado set that you can use with your track saw. You can use, your router.
Perfect. So to answer your question, Brandon, is the 9.9 better or the same? To the 9.98, they're spec-wise, they're supposed to be the same, but the 9.98 does outperform the 9.99 just a little bit. I prefer the 9.99 because of the 60-volt capacity, being able to use it in outdoor power equipment that's more powerful than you're going to be able to run that power detect.
Yeah, exactly.
The 20-volt stuff. So
I liked it for the opposite reason. I liked it because it doesn't use the power detect, because I feel like that's old technology. Unless, they start doing power stack in 60-volt, that might be crazy if they do that. But for the most part, I'm not going to be using 60-volt outdoor equipment. And then it's just a bigger, heavier battery. So I don't see the point in it. But for the average person, especially a homeowner, if you had that drill and it was just like a beast of a drill to have, and then you had some outdoor power equipment, that would be a good option. Because it's always good to cycle your batteries too. You never really want to leave your batteries sitting. So any excuse to discharge a battery every so often is always a good thing.
Yeah. So Joe, the tool guy, is in the house. I always like to say hello to Joe when he is here. He likes a 999 because he is a
999.
How we see. You guys crack me up with this stuff. Needs to produce better results than the flexible batteries, which are 18650 cells. Exactly right. But it's the ability to go into that more powerful, high-end outdoor power equipment that, for me, set it apart why I ended up getting the 999 and enjoying that more. I have no idea what the holdup is on that extended reach ratchet. I don't know.
No. Someone asked about staples. The Gardner Bender one works real good.
Yeah. Here's how you can tell, Robert. Here's how you can tell that you're wrong about the 998. D-Tran agrees with you. That's how you can agree. I mean, that's what I use as a general guide. Is if D-Tran agrees with me, I'm doing it wrong.
I just use Klein's and a staple. Klein's with a hammer, So
Yeah.
they make the the staples for electrical fastening too. So we banged a bunch of those in, but we also use a staple gun.
And look, here's Ted McDonald.
Rigid sucks.
Yeah, I don't really need to go into that. The number for Scotland Yard. Is it 999? It might be. I know it's a little different, but so our topic tonight is tool brands that, as a homeowner, you should maybe avoid. Not if you're in it, you're in it. No worries. But it would not be my first choice for a tool brand to get into. As a matter of fact, some of these would be my last choice if I were a homeowner.
This wouldn't be Weekend Warrior. This would be like homeowner only, right? Yeah. Okay.
Well, they're kind of the same. If you're not making money,
but you're not like dabbling in like a hobby that you would use tools often. It would be, or maybe not. Getting too specific, forget about it. Go on.
Oh, congrats, Robert, on the Tools with Souls Facebook page. Yeah, we're at almost 900 members over there now.
That's awesome, dude.
Without pushing it out. I mean, it's not Deal Team 6 big. Doubt it'll ever get there, but it almost 900 in just a few months. So we're growing over there as well. We're happy about that. So we're going to let the new guy, who, had he been here earlier, he could have known that I wanted him to have some of the tools in his hand to show people what not to buy. But it's okay. We'll give him a pass on it being his first show. So, Dale Bishop, make your cases to the tools you do not think a homeowner should buy.
I know what you are going to say, number one, and I disagree. You're going to say, and by the way, growing up for me, or hearing it from the beginning, was always Ryobi. I know it's Ryobi, but I've always heard Ryobi. I do have some. One of the things I said I'm going to channel is going to be my wife in gardening. I have the Ryobi 1 gallon sprayer. It does tremendous. It sure beats the heck out of pumping up a sprayer to water things, or because of that, they had a special on one day of 2 4-amp batteries and a drill. I wanted the batteries. I've never opened up the drill. I have no idea how good it is, how bad it is, that type of thing. I did, since I got the batteries in, I did buy their cheap little hot glue gun. It works fine. It works fine. But knowing you, Robert, you will, and there'll be a lot of comments there's talking about Ryobi, but as far as my little use of it, it's been fine for us, and that's not using the drills, etc.
No, hey, I understand where you're coming from with it. I really do. I just happen to disagree. For me, like Ryobi is that area where, as a homeowner, you may think about buying it. I wouldn't. If somebody came up to me and said, "Hey, I only use it to do occasional stuff 2-3 times a year. What brand should I go into?" I would probably tell them Hart if they live closer to a Walmart, or Ryobi if they live closer to Home Depot. It's kind of whatever they have at Lowe's, maybe Craftsman, but those would be that's actually one of the first brands I would recommend to somebody. Now, Dale here is in a unique position because he does have and absolutely loves a certain black and orange brand that
because of There's the camera. Because of this. Do I got it?
Are we going to be able to see it?
I love these, bendable whatever LED lights. And yes, it's
Alex
a work
symbols?
brand, WORXE. It caused me to get another light, which is a regular flashlight. You open it up, you light up the whole yard. And I literally mean light up the yard. You push it down and it's a regular flashlight. It caused me to get stuff again. And Robert in Texas, you mentioned this one. This is a very neat.
It's hard to pass that every time I go to the store
two
and
different
not buy
ones
it.
on. Whatever they are. I just threw two things on. And you flip them and use them.
Dave just
are they professional grade? No. Are they DIY? Will they do the job? Yes.
There you go. But would you advise someone to buy into that line as their
my
one
main
major
line
line?
is DeWalt. My main line is DeWalt. But I don't know. It's just because here I brought another one in to show. Just because of this one is literally a dual.
It looks like a jigsaw.
It is a jigsaw there. You flip the blade over, you change blades, and it's literally a reciprocating saw. You flip this with a bigger blade. Works fantastic. It really does. I like.
That's crazy.
But there are certain things about them I like, and I'm not trying to make a living with them. And for the DIYer, they work fine.
Yeah. So Dave said that he would buy Ryobi over Rigid. I'm just not that crazy. Just putting it out there. I will go with something that's good over something that I have questions about, especially when the pricing's so close. I'm going to spend that $20 more or whatever it is to get a good brand. Maybe not the most expensive, but I'd rather have quality.
Yeah, the second you start stalling out a motor, especially if it's brushed, I mean it's not going to last very long.
No,
that tool looks really cool for woodworking, like really cool for pilot holes and stuff, and just flipping and all that stuff. And that's why I bought that DeWalt flip bit, where you flip it, it's got the countersink with the pilot bit built in, and then it's got the Phillips or whatever on the other side. Because I really wanted to buy that, but I wasn't sure if I could like Frankenstein a battery that was appealing to me onto it. And every time I pass it, I'm like, oh, I want that. But I remember it's like, well, I don't know if I could, make that thing happen.
So while we're on the subject here, sorry, I moved far away. Robert.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fluke.
Let's put you up there.
I can't put me up here.
Hold on. Here's what Dave said. I can't stand Rigid's handle. I don't like the Flex's handle either. And I am going to say that if your hands were as big as mine, Rigid's the perfect fit. Smaller guy, and I'm not saying you're small, but smaller people might not appreciate it as much as bigger guys. But if you watch me handle a Makita, there is no comfort in a Makita for me. All right, Robert, you on the floor. Take her to it.
Yeah, I would say Fluke. It's more of an electrical stance on it, but Fluke is obviously tried and true and very precise. But I mean, even the cheapest one, especially nowadays, they start at like $200 for something that you can get for $30. I would stay away from Fluke as a homeowner. And I don't know how I feel about this. I want to say stay away from the Flex, but the vacuum is so good. It's $120, and it's got a really good filter in there to where it's awesome for woodworking. I actually hooked it up to my Bauer. Yeah, it's Bauer. Hooked up my Bauer planer with the 4-inch output, and I turned that stupid vacuum on, and I ran. So I've got a 6x6 block. What?
Hold on a
Lost
second.
you on Bauer?
Hold on a second.
Lost you on Bauer?
No. First of all, I want to make sure that I understand this right. So you would recommend the Flex line to a homeowner
just because of the vacuum.
because of the vacuum cleaner?
Yes, it's that good. It is that good.
He likes things that sucks.
I got into the video on it, man. I got it for $100 at Lowe's. And yeah, so I hooked it up to this freaking the most demanding tool in your shop that requires a actual dust extractor and collector. Yeah. and I mean, I got a 6x6 cedar block that I set my monitor on, and I just cleaned it up and I ran it through the planer like 6 or 7 times. I probably took off like a ½ inch of material total from it, all around it. So I took off, probably a 1/4 inch pass every time I flipped it. And so it was about this much shavings in the bucket that's about this tall. Filled it up halfway. And I was like floored how good it was and not dusty, because it's got a really good filter on that thing.
My goodness.
So I can't say Flex, but I can say I would, I don't know. It's hard to say Ryobi. You were saying, Ryobi's probably something that you'd stay away from, but I would actually kind of recommend that only to a homeowner. There's only one tool.
That's what I said.
There is only one tool that I'd recommend that can be used professionally, and that would probably be the Airstrike nailer. But everything else, I'd just say Fluke.
So Renegade's Garage is in the house, and I just wanted to take a special moment and recognize Renegade's Garage. And here he does a live tool chat every Tuesday at 2 in the afternoon, I want to say, Central Standard Time. If I'm wrong on that, Renegade, please leave it in the comments section and correct me. But I try to step in there and be a part of his audience whenever I can. So apparently I am the only one that took this seriously because I mean, Dale, first time, maybe he doesn't have 50 drills hanging on the wall.
Never will.
Robert is a Sparky. Apparently was shocked one too many times. So I took this seriously. And when I say seriously, I'm talking about serious. So the first ones that I would recommend for homeowners, and I'm just going to put myself up there. The first one that I would tell homeowners to avoid are any of these cheap. Oh, by the way, look, this is the one I cut in half a week ago.
Hey, pull the trigger on that.
Yeah, watch. It actually works better now. It's air conditioned.
Send in the patent to modify it better.
So the first one I would avoid are any of these cheap Amazon branded tools. The High Chicas, the Hayapus of the world, because they're, even for a homeowner, they're not strong enough to do most of. Here you go. That's when his tool chat is, by the way, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is when, like, most of the drills that they have, it just can't cut it. So I would avoid that. Like all of the Amazon tools, whether it's hand tools, power tools, whatever. And I am going to have a hand tool line here that I am almost certain is going to upset people. And for no other reason. For no other reason than some of you guys have bought into this to a certain idea, and we'll talk about it. The next one that I would avoid if I were a homeowner is because, they can't do most of anything. Yeah, that's true, 100% true, which is why I would not recommend them. Yeah. The brand that I would tell people to avoid is the red and black Bauer right there. The reason for that is the price point on this. When you throw in the cost of the impact driver, the battery, the charger, you're at almost the level of a Rigid or a Cobalt. You're better off going with one of those other brands, getting the increased power, the better warranty, and quite frankly, a better company, a better reputation. So I would avoid the Bauer brand. Now, that doesn't mean that Bauer makes just completely garbage stuff. They make some stuff that's okay. They make a lot of stuff that isn't. That's why I don't do Amazon tools on my channel. They will not survive, and it would be a waste. 100%. So last week on the live stream, that's when you guys will see me doing the Amazon tools, is on a live stream, and with the purpose of just seeing how long it'll take to blow them up. So that is for the power. I avoid any cordless rigid. Well, not all of us admit in public to having a mental deficiency, but Ted McDonald does. Do you have the rigid cooler? I do not. I will be getting it. I don't have it yet. So yeah, people are agreeing with me on the Bauer. 90% of cordless tools come from China. I think it's higher than that. It's probably 99% of all cordless tools come from China.
So to sum it all up, you would recommend Makita for homeowners, is what I'm hearing.
No. You're getting ahead of yourself, son. I am not done with this yet. So I'm going to do hand tools, and then I am going to do my final power tool brand that I think people should avoid, because I'm the only one that took this seriously.
Hey, Fluke is a good choice.
So right here in my hand, right, Shaka Gillis, Ryobi tools are trash. I agree with you 100%. Now that is great advice, tools. So thank you, Larry. I appreciate that. Milwaukee is overpriced trash. 99.9% of tools made in China by Mancaver Tools. Shaka, we love you. We appreciate the $2 chat. Thank you very much, good sir. My number one hand tool for homeowners to avoid. You saw it in my recent short where I introduced the world to Mo Ron, the YouTube certified master auto technician. So for a homeowner, we have all, in some respects, now they're arguing back and forth over Ryobi tools being trash or not. I don't buy them. That's what I'm going to say. So thank you for the $2, Impact Nation Tools, Brandon. Thank you very much. The reason I would not recommend Snap-on tools for a homeowner, any of the high end, we have all convinced ourselves that the only way to go is to try to keep up with the Joneses in our purchasing. So we buy a home maybe a little better than we need. We buy cars the same way. When one of our friends gets a new car, well, now it's time for us to start looking for a new car. Tools are the same way. Your buddy's into Dewalt, then you go in, you get the Milwaukee line, and you go back and forth. You're always trying to keep up with the Joneses. I know my lane. I am not trying to make money with tools anymore. Because of that, I don't compete with people trying to go out and buy tools all the time. Mo Ron's favorite tool, RJ Izzy, knows the truth. I'm not trying to keep up with the Joneses anymore. What I am trying to do as a homeowner is to invest in the right line that gives me where, as defined by this channel since its start, the best value in tools is where price, performance, and power meet. Those three things. You can't do that if you're trying to keep up with the Joneses, and as soon as a red and black tool or a black and yellow tool come out, you got to go out and get it and spend the money or whatever. And I know I'm a tool channel, so I have to go out and buy this stuff. If I wasn't running this channel, believe me, I would not be doing all that buying. I do it for you guys, so you don't have to spend the money. So you can come here and say, what is this? Dale doesn't like his name. What is this? What's going on? And I like fools and fat chicks right there. You beat me to it, by the way. But I just want you all to go in and thank you for being here, Pedram. Thank you very much. I appreciate you being here. Juan Pratt, hi-oh. Great to have you. Thank you for being here too, Juan. So for me, I would avoid buying Snap on any of those Matco, even the Milwaukee hand tools. For a homeowner, I would tell you honestly to avoid Milwaukee and Dewalt power tools unless it's their in the Milwaukee line, the M12 line. I really like, and I think that's perfect for a homeowner. I think the 12-volt stuff that's coming out from Dewalt right now is perfect for a homeowner. I also think some of the older brushed stuff is still perfect for a homeowner. Don't try to keep up with the Joneses. Try to keep up with your family first and do what's right for them first before you put on airs and go out. Now, that being said, I do have one more power tool brand that no tools with soles show would be without missing, or would be missing if I did not insult this brand, because I truly do hate it. It's not a euphemism. I hate it. Guess what it is. Go ahead. Go ahead, people. Guess what it is.
Hit it in the chat below.
William G, should I go Hart or Bauer?
Ooh.
That's an easy choice.
Like Hart, right?
I would go Hart because I know that being a TTI product, it comes with a 3-year warranty. I also know the company will be around long term. So let's see. Rodney Widger, Makita, Jay Taylor, Makita, tools guys like today, Makita, Tuan Vu, Black and Decker. Yeah, I can't argue with that one. Charles Ross, Makita, Cody Brown, Makita, RJ Izzy Hart, Shaka Gillis. You know better. Hart is made by TTI. Yes, they are. Ryobi and Makita. Well, I don't ever mean to disappoint you all, but if there was one brand that I was going to stay away from as a homeowner, it would be Makita, and not because and not because they don't make good tools. They make decent tools, but I don't have Smurf hands. I have man-sized hands. When I grab a Makita, I'm grabbing the battery. Most of you have probably seen that picture that I have posted of me holding on to this impact driver and having my hand go to where I can't put my pinky.
Which one is that one? What is that?
This is the XDT13.
Okay.
Because Makita is Busara. I'm thinking that means poo.
Yeah. No, trash. Trash.
Oh, trash. All right. I know people have all the new tools, but only have $5 to put in the gas tank. Come on now. Yeah, that to me is insane. Why else do I hate Makita? I don't like that they are not innovating on their batteries. I don't appreciate that they have, for the most part, sat back and simply put line after line of the exact same tool out with just minor improvements, or as we just saw, not an improvement at all. It's actually gone down. The company to me is stale and stagnant. If this was 10 years ago, Makita might be the brand to buy, be either Makita or DeWalt. They're not. They're not any longer. This is 10 years later, and to me, Makita just has not kept up in ways that I would like. That doesn't mean they don't make good tools.
They could change their battery tech overnight, and I'd go probably switch. I like Makita, but I don't like the batteries.
Cryobi is just like you mentioned, Robert. Hey. But there you go. Hyper Tough? No, don't ever buy Hyper Tough. Yeah, every brand has about 4 or 5 versions of the same tool. Makita at one point had 27 of the nearly identical angle grinders on market across the world. 27 of them with very little differentiation between the lines. They could have done the same thing with 3.
Exactly.
So, and look, if you guys are Makita guys, look, it's fine. Makita is working on improving. Are they selling? Makita just needs a better battery, and that would fix 99% of their problems.
It really would.
Maybe, but They're still stuck on 18650 cells. They didn't even do 21700 cells. Now they're even further behind with the pouch
With
cell
the
batteries.
40, you know, they went 40. They like literally had like
Yep.
the most compact, like ergonomic package like ever known to man. And then like we're gonna go 40 volt. Like no one's it's gonna be a nightmare to hold, you know. We're just gonna go all out, just crazy. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing, man.
Dale, do you think Makita's good?
I've never owned one. I just have to go off of what other people told me, but it's like you said, 10, 15 years ago, the people who had them said they were pretty good, but most of those people own different brands now around me.
Yeah.
And speaking around me, I want to mention, you mentioned one of the reasons is warranty. My hometown 2 Tuesdays ago just opened up what I believe is in the smallest town nationwide, a Harbor Freight store. I am 2 miles from a Harbor Freight store instead of 50 miles from a harbor, which makes me happy for the simple reason I've always had tremendous luck with their impact sockets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't ever plan on buying a Bauer, buying a Hercules and all that, but I'm very happy. And anyone I've ever looked at as far as in Illinois and Missouri, they're much bigger towns than the 6,800 it says on the sign. But we also, real quick, have one of the top 50 Walmarts, one of the top 50 McDonald's, one of the top 50 Aldi's in all of America. People stop in here on our exit and shop between Springfield, Illinois, and St. Louis, Missouri. We're about midway, and we get a lot of shopping going.
It's actually just because Dale lives there and he eats all the food. Robert, do you want to answer Warmonger as to the battery adapters? Do you think using a battery adapter on a on a cross brand is a good idea? Why or why
not? So on the bottom of your drill, whatever you got these slots here. Power, sensor, temperature, or whatever it is, just for example, your adapters, and then it corresponds with your battery. Your battery's got the same lineup, so it can communicate with the battery, and the battery can say, hey, I'm fixing to explode. And the tool says, oh, crap, maybe we shouldn't be allowed to turn on. The adapters don't have those. They just got 2 slots. So for an average person, I would say no. It's probably one of the most dangerous things you can have in your house. Honestly, these are no joke. But for somebody that, follows tool content and stuff and understands what can happen, if you have what you call thermal runoff on a battery. And that's why on even those new solar systems for Tesla, they got to be located a certain distance away from windows and stuff outside your house. And there's a whole bunch of different rules with it, but you simply just got to be really careful with batteries, thermal runoff, lithium, things like that. That's why, they weren't allowing that. What was it, the Note 7 on airplanes or something? Because the thermal runoff, they're literally exploding. So you really got to know what you're doing. Who was it? It was a Torque Test Channel that put the 60 volt, 12 amp or 15 amp battery on that car. And he said, just don't let it run down. Well, he's absolutely right. If you run that battery all the way down, 1, it might never recharge, but 2, you might get thermal runoff.
Well, I want to break in here. So our good friend Jim over at Philly Fixed, and I believe it was also you, Robert, both of you had used battery adapters on a tool, and in doing it and in your testing, it sparked.
I haven't sparked one yet in my testing, but my saw started smelling angry.
Okay. Well, I know Jim did it trying to do the Tools with Souls challenge. He had put a Milwaukee battery on a Makita, and the sucker sparked. Probably shouldn't use a Makita to begin with, but anyway, I'm just going to throw that out there. No, so I did want to answer this. Chris does stuff. I want to tell you, there is a gentleman by the name of, I want to say his name is Steve Ramsey. He runs a channel called Woodworking for Mere Mortals here on YouTube. He has a guide on tools that you would need to get into woodworking for under $1,000. How to set up a complete shop for under $1,000. I would implore you to please head on over to his channel, check out Woodworking for Mere Mortals. He's got the links on his page for that buyer's guide, and just great content. Dude is phenomenal woodworker, and he started out with a job site saw, and then he upgraded to a rigid. So God bless him.
his content's solid. Everything about it's good. Safety, everything, all the practices, how to not kill yourself, how to not cut your fingers off. It's all there.
Chef Shade Tree, that's exactly what you're supposed to do. Buy what you need. Metabo HPTs needs more recognition. They are awesome tools. 100% agree with that statement right there. To be honest with you, if I weren't so heavily invested in the rigid line right now, I could see me having just a ton of Metabo HPT. Phenomenal feel. You don't get the body fatigue that you do with some other brands using them. Really just phenomenal tools. I wish they had a bigger lineup, more expansive. Some of the best nailers on the market. Really love Metabo HPT, and want to make sure that it does get some recognition. I know I've given them recognition. Dave Nichols, Man Caver Tools, has done the same. So we appreciate that. Let me find a question here that Dale can answer.
I did want to make one comment on the adapters, because I had quite a few of the bigger Dewalt batteries. I bought an adapter for that sprayer, that Ryobi sprayer, $16, $17 you get the adapter in. Was always afraid to use it once I saw what happened with Philly Fixed. And that's the reason I bought a drill with 2 4-amp batteries. I bought it for the batteries, for the Ryobi batteries, for that sprayer type thing. And I think I threw away that adapter.
Yeah. Let me see if I can get a spark going. You can get a spark on anything. Let me show you. If you pull away under load while something's going, now see it's way back here, so you might have to angle it. Trying to figure out how to.
This is fascinating television right here. Steve Ramsey link. Thank you, Juan, for throwing.
Let's see if we can get one. So the power is drawn across, and a lot of these switches have like special braking mechanisms that make them, a soft deceleration and all that stuff. So you're not drawing an arc whenever you remove things or under load. But under load, and you can even see where the capacitor's in effect. See how I'm showing? Watch. You see that the battery's out, but there's still electronics in there even when you pull the battery out. So it might not even do it, but you can see where.
There's a dissipation charge in there.
Yeah. So let's see if we can get it going. No, it's not going to do it. But
so what you're saying is they're better than
under load. So those battery adapters probably wasn't. I mean, that battery was honking that he had on that thing. Yeah. It was probably too much weight.
Yeah, but it also bypasses the internals on the thermal. You don't know the exact current that's going through. Like if because some of these guys are crazy and they're throwing different voltages on, and the wiring. There are specifics in the wiring. For me, using a battery adapter just an insanely bad idea.
No, I agree with that. Your sprayer should be fine. That's going to be a motor with a soft ramp up. It's going to kind of gradually spin and use its own momentum to continue to push whatever it's doing. It's not going to be drawing a whole lot of current to where you'd have to worry about that. Just don't discharge it past half.
And by the way, Chris does stuff. 731 Woodworks, one of my favorite channels. I know it's one of Dale's favorite channels. He talks to me about it all the time. So, those guys are great. And by the way, one of the reasons that I like them, you're going to notice a theme with me. They use rigid tools. That's right, guys. I'm biased. I make it a point of letting you know it, though. I just don't trust adapters on my expensive tools. No, I wouldn't either, Brandon. That's just a bad idea. It's a warranty void waiting to happen.
Yeah.
Larry, I know the feeling. I bought a router last year, still haven't used it. So he's he's saying that. I really need to stop watching all these tool videos. They're making me want Flex. Tools guys like today. Flex a great product. Don't buy it if you don't need it, dude. Buy what you need. I do deal videos to save you guys money so that you're not going out there paying full retail for stuff. And if Flex ever gets their head out of their butt and decides to mark down some of their stuff so people will buy it, then you're right.
Yeah. I've been trying to destroy him for a year, and I think I might have done that on the Chuck. It's not broken yet, but it's not like it was. I got a piece of wood crammed in here.
All I'm saying is I broke 2 last week without even trying.
Oh, let's see if we can get it to rotate on camera. Yeah, there you go. Did you see it? Did you see it rotate? Watch. No, it's only going to do it once. Hang on.
I have one Flex. I've told you, Robert, I won one off Marius a year ago, the first week of May, and it is the 4 or 5 inch grinder, and it is tremendous with a 5 amp battery and a charger. It is a tremendous grinder.
Let me ask you, how many times you used it?
I use it mainly for sharpening lawnmower blades.
Yeah, but how many times have you used it?
So over the summer. And it's amazing when you get a good sharpener. And I have the All-American sharpener, allamerikansharpener.com. It brothers start stopping by with their lawnmowers every 2 weeks. So how many times it gets used? Several times every couple of weeks during the mowing season.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So some of these guys are saying this. And as I said, if I didn't have a tool channel, I probably wouldn't have 50 drills hanging behind me. I might have like 8 or 9. That'd be about it, because that's all I needed. Although, to be honest with you, I didn't buy most of these over the last year. So there you go. These videos are a great teaching tool. They help you understand how much money you should expect to spend on brands and tools. Exactly right, Chris. The Flex stacked lithium combos I posted a few weeks ago are still there. Hey, Jay, that's nice. Not one has sold. I'm sure it's awesome, but $4.95, $4.99. No, yeah, I'm right there with you.
Yeah, it's a lot. I don't even.
Why do you have lots of power tools? All right, I have a tool channel, dude. That's why I have a lot of power tools.
He's got a problem. He can't stop.
It's true. As a matter of fact, I'm already eyeing the next several purchases. I'm like, now I think we all agreed even before we started on here that Hilti would be one that we would all be hard pressed to recommend to a homeowner, and that has nothing to do with the quality of the tool. Because I think everyone agrees Hilti makes an amazing tool. I think we all agree as well that a homeowner doesn't need to pay that much money for an amazing tool.
Yep.
Hey, Robert, I see our hour is about up. I don't know how long you want to go. I do want to mention what I like to bring up in the chat over the last couple of months. I would love to film a bunch of people in Branson and Springfield. Let's get together and do something, everybody.
Yeah, I'd love it. I'm actually going to head down to Branson at the end of next month. I'm going to be celebrating my birthday down there with my mom. I'm going to take it because, could be the last year we have her. And I want to make sure that we get some good quality time in, kind of away from the house and away from everybody. When you think of buying Snap-on or other high-priced tools, look at how many tools you used get for the same money spent. A while back, someone made a video showing how many Tecton tools you could get. Yeah, that's exactly right. Look at the tools that you need. If you're using something frequently and you want to go higher end on it, great. There is no reason for you to stay in one battery line, not anymore, because no one brand makes the best anything.
I used Craftsman and Gear Wrench for years.
There you go. Dale, do you agree with that?
I like Gear Wrench. You mentioned Gear Wrench. Definitely like their hand tools that I have a lot. Over the years, who hasn't had Craftsman? And especially because of the warranty. Growing up, as far as being able to take it back, and that has all changed in quality. We all know that, but we all go through a variety. And I've always been told you buy for emotional reasons. Every purchase is an emotional reason, and which has gone, depending on the tool, from cheap to expensive, depending on what you need out of it.
Right. Juan, I know you're joking. It's not a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
I want to hear what Jamie Heinemann's theory is on buying tools. If you could type that up, Jay Taylor, let me know what it is. And Eric Geis is in the house. Hello, Eric. You caught us right at the very end as we're getting ready to wrap up. I do want to make these shows shorter. It's easier on you guys. It's easier on us, where we're not spending 3 hours. Those days are gone. There are plenty of other channels that do the 3 and 5 hour marathon stuff. To me, it doesn't make sense to do that, because you end up talking in circles and arguing over stupid stuff, or making silly jokes or whatever. I want to bring a good quality content to you guys, and I want to make these streams entertaining, thought-provoking as well. And you just can't do that if you're going 3 hours. Chef Shaytree, I just posted a video today showing all the tools I have in a 4-drawer tool cart. I have less than $4,000 in everything I have. That's a good deal right there. Adam Savage, my bad. I still don't know. An hour is good. I agree with you, Man Caver. Quality is an issue, but for the beginning makers, there is often no cheaper alternative. Back in the day, I'd test buy a tool from Harbor Freight, and then it was useful. I'd invest in a more substantial line. Yeah, it's all good. Rodney, yeah, I'll call you sometime this week, and I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Oh, yes, I forgot, and thank you for reminding me, Brandon. So tomorrow, Brandon is going to be on this channel, and we are going to do a live stream giveaway for his channel. I probably will not be on screen for that, as I want to give him the floor and whatnot. It is his thing. I am just going to be in the background, probably picking the name and letting you all know who wins. So there you go.
That's pretty cool of you.
Yeah, I really like Brandon. I support him I think we all should support him as much as possible, because dude's running a great channel right there, and I just see big things coming his way. I just finished another assignment for college. Take a break before I start the next one. Hey, we're glad to have you here, Jonathan.
Unrelated. Can anyone hear my 2-year-old throwing a fit right now?
Yes.
Oh, fantastic.
But we weren't going to say anything because we're all adults here.
Well,
I appreciate the content tremendously, and the knowledge is going long ways. Thanks as always, guys. Do you guys have anything to say before we wrap this up, aside from don't buy Snap-on, Makita, Bauer, or any of the Amazon brands?
I'll start, Robert. Hey, I'm used to being on the other side of a camera. This is new to me. It's sure different to me because I'm always the one filming, but so hope to get better, and I enjoyed it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Dale, for being here. Robert?
Yeah. I think we've almost just about got the same audience about, thanks for all the support, man. You guys are insane. We've got like 1,100 subs in the last month, or, it's actually like just crazy. So, thanks for all the support. Yeah, thanks.
As you guys know, I do this show for you. This Sunday thing, it actually hurts my channel. It hurts my analytics a great deal to be on for much more than an hour. I appreciate each and every one of you showing up. Robert and Dale, they have my eternal gratitude. These are the 3 guys that you guys are going to see on Sundays. And then when we do the formatting change, and believe me, it's truly innovative. It is just nothing like what you're seeing out there today. And I'm looking forward to bringing that to you. I'm looking forward to spending more Sundays with you all. And next Sunday, we're going to run her back. We're going to do her again. And I'll think of something. Have a good one.
See you.